in the house. This is crazy. Hey, man.
I'm going to let you have my headset.
You can have mine, bro. Grab the headset. We're talking to Pongratz about the Sydney Kings and Scotty Pippen Jr. roll up in here.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all?
Hey, man, what are you doing in town?
Man, I'm just out here just enjoying it, spend some time with the team, being around the coaches, and just showing my face.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So have you worked out with any of the guys here?
More so just individual stuff. They're doing team practices and stuff like that. I'm not really involved in that, but just showing my face, being around the guys and the supporting.
Any of the ones stood out to you so far?
Nah, I think just seeing the other guys, the guys I played with last year, just seeing how much they've grown, how much better they've gotten, and just showing them that I supported them because, last year some of the older guys came and watched me, and I felt like that was big for me.
So who's grown and gotten better? I want to hear it.
I would say, I don't want to pinpoint anybody, but I think Gigi. I feel like Gigi's grown a lot. Seeing last year how, he had a good summer league, then had a setback with the injury. I'm just happy to see him back out there, happy to see him get his confidence back, his swagger back, and I feel like it's going to be a big year for him. Cam and Jalen, they kind of finished last year well, so they're just building off that, so I feel like that's the main thing.
What is the number one thing you learned from that Oklahoma City series?
I would have said my confidence. Like, I always knew I could play at this level. I always knew I could perform. But just being out there, I feel like just being on that stage, I was able to show everyone what I could really do and what I could build on just going into this next year.
What's different about Isolo?
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things different about him. Just the confidence he kind of instilled in me. He's super straightforward. He doesn't hold back anything, whatever he thinks he says. And I just respect that, even if I don't like what he's saying, He tells you what it is, and you can only respect it as a coach. I have a great relationship with Coach, and I feel like he just brings the best out of me.
So how do you build on it? What do you look at from last year when you reflect on last year and then even the playoff run where you were spectacular and you sit there and you go, all right, here's how I can improve for the next year?
Yeah, just while looking at the roster, I kind of just know my role going into this year. Last year, after getting converted off the two-way, you kind of don't really know where you fit on the team just because you might be at the, they were telling me I was a backup point guard, but I also was like, am I in the rotation? I feel like going into this year, I'm definitely in the rotation. I feel like I could be one of the most improved players in this league, and my confidence is through the roof.
How? How can you become one of the most improved players in the league? What do you think you need to do for people to start talking like that?
I'll just say this, consistent minutes, it's a feeling on the team. I feel like last year my minutes were up and down, and I just kind of wasn't in the shell of myself. But, towards the end of the playoffs, when I felt comfortable and I felt like I was out there and I was with the team, I was able to just be myself and just play on both ends of the floor freely.
That's what they say all the time, right? It's opportunity and fit, right?
Yeah.
If you get your opportunity, when you're driving to the arena that night, you know what's expected of you.
Yeah, I feel like Coach Tomas driving to the arena, I knew I was going to play, or he kind of was straightforward with me. And previously, I didn't know. And I feel like that's the state that it's hard for players because you're going into the arena, you got to stay warm, but you don't know when your name might be called. You don't know how many minutes you're going to play. You don't know if you're playing well enough because you might play well, and the next game you might not play that much. So it's like, is it something I'm doing? Is it, So I feel like now I just feel more comfortable.
You're in this line of guys, though. There's a bunch of these two-ways that you've gotten your opportunity with the Grizzlies. You've made the most of it with the hustle. You've been on these two-ways, and then you get converted to these real contracts. And now you just recently saw Cam Spencer, another one of those. There's now going to be 3 more guys, right, that are going to be on two-way contracts. What kind of advice do you give to guys and even league-wide, to make that happen, right? That's somebody given their opportunity and then they seize their dream is getting the two-way contract, making the most of it to get the contract that you really want.
I would just say this NBA, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So although guys got drafted, it doesn't mean that they're really ahead of you. I wasn't a guy that was drafted, but you look back, 3-4 years ago, some of those guys that got drafted aren't in the NBA. So just continue to put in the work, continue to just find a place that you feel comfortable. And I think with the Grizzlies, they give two-way guys a chance, and you've seen it time and time again. Guys are getting converted. Guys are playing on two ways. My first year in the league, I was on a two-way. I really didn't play any minutes. So just knowing that you're in a place like the Grizzlies where they're going to play you if you're good enough, and they're going to convert you if you're good enough, is somewhere that I feel like players should want to come and play if they're on a two-way contract.
Last year during Summer League, Coach March had you picking up the full length of the court, like you said, and then you get to the regular season and minutes up and down. And with Coach Isolo, he tells you what he expects of you. Is that something we're going to see more? You're picking up full 94?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's my niche now. I feel like at first I didn't really do it because I didn't know how good I was at it. And I feel like after coaches pushed me at it, and after summer league I got confidence because I was just stealing the ball, like not even trying. And then I just kept building on it. And then during the season I was picking up full. And I feel like my defense kind of gets my offense going. So when I'm able to pick up, it kind of just gets the whole team involved. It gets everyone, active on the defensive end, and just helps our offense.
It runs in the family, man.
Yeah.
And you also see that it makes you stand out.
Yeah.
Right? People were watching I'm sure you're a basketball fan like us. You're watching the finals and everybody's like, "Oh my God, look at Nemhard, look at TJ McConnell." These guys are like, it's a massive weapon to have you pressuring the ball that far up. It wrecks offenses.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't want to do it. I think that's the main thing. Like, who wants to pick up full court the whole game? And on the opposite end, who wants someone picking them up full court the whole game?
It's annoying.
So it's annoying, so I feel like that's why I like doing it, because it's like I wouldn't want someone to do it to me the whole game. So coming off the bench, starting it, I feel like when you got a guy picking you up full court, it just shows how well-conditioned they are, too, because, damn, this dude will not stop. So I just, try to pride myself on that.
Who annoyed you? Did anybody annoy you?
I don't want to give a shout-out to anybody.
Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, Dyson Daniels. I saw him last night, actually. Hey, what advice would you give to guys that are coming to summer league and this is their first taste of summer league, in terms of your experiences in summer league and attempting to make the most of that opportunity? Because that's the first one you got to make the most of an opportunity at, right?
I would say enjoy it. Don't put too much pressure on it. It's just summer league at the end of the day. You're still gonna have to go with your teams, preseason, training camp. So obviously it's a big feeling. All these guys are probably losing sleep over how they might play or nervous about how the games are. But at the end of the day, it's just summer league. So just go out there, show what you could do. Don't try to do too much. For guys that are young, if they're telling you can't shoot, I wouldn't go out there and try to shoot a bunch of shots. I would go out there and try to show that I could do the things at the best level.
Yep.
So just show that what you could do and what you could bring to the team.
All right, last thing. What have you done this summer? You gone anywhere? You done anything fun?
I went on a couple trips, visited a lot of family. It's my first summer really off. I feel like.
Oh, where you've got a contract and you don't have to worry?
Since high school, every summer I've had AAU. Then college, I did pre-draft, summer workouts, and then summer league since being in the league. So this is my first summer where I could just not chill, but just get to enjoy time and train where I want to, and just be able to relax a little bit.
Where'd you go? Did you go on any vacations?
Yeah, I went to Mexico, went to Miami. I got some family in Miami, just family in Chicago, and then for the most part, just being in LA. My family's out there, so I'm just training and just feel comfortable out there as well.
So you just for finding the sun.
The sun was fine to me.
So you were out. You at least got to have a real summer for probably the first time in your life.
Yeah. Also, I had a little, turf toe injury, so I was able to give me time to just relax my foot.
You didn't give it to Jaron, did you?
The funny thing is, Jaron, they also used to make fun of me about my toe. So that toe is no joke. But fortunately for Jaron, he had that injury, so I wish the best for him. But the toe is definitely no joke on the injury list.
So I guess you're gonna be watching the games here for as long as you're here, right? You're gonna be going and checking out the team, and I think everybody's excited about the Gigi thing, right?
Yeah.
Because that was a step backwards for him, as he says it, right, last year. And now he's got to regain what he had going, a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just confidence for him. Everyone can see that he can play at this level. He has all the tools, the talent. With the injury, and he missed the whole beginning of the season. It's hard to just get back in the groove of things when the team's winning and the team's doing well. So, obviously it's set him back a little bit, but I feel like he's right where he needs to be.
It's awesome to see you out here, man. Appreciate you coming by.
Man.
Appreciate you. Scotty Pippen Jr.
Thanks, Scotty.
And I know all these young players certainly appreciate it too. Yeah. It's awesome to see the vets show up and come back out. And he's such an unbelievable success story for the team, right? The guy that hustle two-way, then ends up scoring 30 points in the playoffs against Oklahoma City. It's crazy.